Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale, and in King's Cup, I met my boy Lion. Really good guy. I'm actually going to have him on the channel talking about free-to-play woes, the struggle of the free-to-play player in Clash Royale. He'll be on the channel soon, but he was using this deck and he was consistently beating pros in the audience to the tune of a 70% win rate in the King's Cup 2 actual event, live there in person. So I was really skeptical at first, and you guys know I'm not one to always bring you off meta decks. In fact, it's some criticism that I normally get here on CWA, is that I share too many meta decks. But there's a reason meta decks are meta decks. It's because they actually win, and they're actually proven in the current balance of the game, the meta of the game. So I hate to bring you decks just because they include cards that are not often used, such as the Giant Skeleton. Okay, so I'm very cognizant of you know, like, if someone comes up to me with, hey man, I've got a really cool deck, it's Rage and Giant Skeleton and Barbarian Hut and Goblin Hut and whatever, I'm just like, ah, man, you know, like, what has it won? How many grand challenges have you won with it? But this one is legit because he did win 70% of his matches with it, and against some well-known players. I'm not going to name them but trust me, I saw the battle log, because I don't want to throw a pro under the bus like, yeah, you lost to this. But that's the thing about this deck, right? It can catch your opponents way off guard. Now, I just picked up the deck because, you know, again, I still wasn't ready to bring it to you guys today, only if I could have success with it too, right? That's like my barometer. And look at this. Started out 5-0 with it. Not bad, right? That was me trying little behind, turning down the fourth wall. Today was going to be a LOON day, and I was going to play it. I was going to be the player. And I learned really quickly that I can't play LOON. Look at that. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Really bad battle log right now. I kind of tilted on ladder last night, and then I continued the tilt this morning. I was top 1,500 last night, and then I played a few matches late night, maybe after a few adult beverages, and then I tilted. Anyway, let's get back to the deck here. So this is a really interesting deck. I love it. I really do. Undefeated so far. Hey, only 5 matches, but what can you do? So as soon as I won 5 in a row, I was like, you know what? I can bring this to the guys. I can bring this to them and girls. So let's go ahead and just start out here. I made an awful mistake in this one, but hey, it's me playing here. You're stuck with me today, no pros. So let's just go ahead and go one by one and see what I ran into and see how I was able to. It almost feels like a trolley type deck, because when your opponent sees the Giant Skeleton, they're just like, really? I'm playing against the Giant Skeleton? It's almost like a joke. Is this Molt? No offense, Molt, but you know. So here we go. I'm going to start off here really easy. Just going to go ahead and put down the tombstone and wait to see what my opponent does. And when I see him cycling all these cards behind his king tower, I kind of realized early on that he's playing a hog deck. Hog is absolutely everywhere right now, guys. So guess what? I am not worried at all about hogs with this deck. I have 2 counters. I have the tornado and the tombstone, so there's no way any hog is going to frustrate you when you're playing this deck. So here we go. I activate my king tower, and look at that. The balloon there actually kills the cannon that he used defensively, and then my skeletons help with the chip damage, and I take down his right tower really early in the match. Now, this is pretty high in trophies here, guys. I'm at like 3,500 trophies, or excuse me, 5,500 trophies. If I was at 3,400 trophies as in a level 13, there might be a problem. Maybe I should hang it up and call it quits. Some might argue I should already do that. So anyway, here we go here, guys. I mean, at this point, all I have to do is defend, and this deck is really good defensively. This deck really shuts down pretty much every other meta deck, believe it or not, guys. You have the log for any sort of a bait deck. You just save your log for the Goblin Barrel. You have 2 great stoppers, the Tombstone and the Tornado, for Hog Riders. Now, granted, again, this is the first time I played this deck, so I should have known, and you guys can be aware of this, that you only need, once you activate your King Tower, you only need to just drop a Tombstone. You do not need to support it. That's a 4-for-3 trade every single time after the fact. So here right now, I tried to get really cute. Do I do it? Yeah. I tried to tornado into the opposite lane. This is the big mistake I was talking about. I tried to tornado that hog into the opposite lane, and it was totally stupid, right? But it didn't matter. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit here because the rest of this match isn't that exciting, right? I mean, all I have to do is clog up the lane with my Giant Skelly, and then save my tombstone. That was actually a good fireball by my opponent there, but you know, it doesn't really matter. I mean, look at this. I still have, well, we're still pretty much even Steven in elixir, and I can just kind of be aggressive here. I mean, there's no reason not to. He just misses with that cannon. I just missed with that balloon. Now I'm just going to go ahead and again try to pull the hog opposite lane. So as I move through the matches, I'm going to get better and better at that. I'm really not used to playing both Tornado and Tombstone in the same deck. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but you can use the two in conjunction. Not against hogs necessarily, but against bigger tanks like giants and golems. You can use both of them to pull the tank into the opposite lane, ergo providing no support for, or no tankage for their supporting units behind their tank. So anyway, let's go ahead and go into the next match here. So it was against, speaking of tanks, this is a very tanky deck that I went against. Let's go ahead and see how we do here. This is on ladder, and then I switched to a grand challenge. So just so you guys are aware. By the way, do you guys like Gold Rush? I don't think the rewards are that great personally, but I'm a dirty gemmer, so what does it really matter if I get 5,000 gold? But I do love the skins. The skins are sweet. I love them. I wish they would add skins to the game permanently. So here my opponent goes pretty aggressive with the giant at the bridge on the left. I decide to go ahead and go aggressive myself on the right. And, you know, it doesn't seem like that was a great move necessarily. He didn't get to my tower. I did get some death damage on his tower, which was good. Or actually, that was minor damage, I think. Or was it death damage? I wasn't paying attention. I was too busy blabbing about skins, which I hope they add to the game. I would definitely pay a few gems for some cool looking skins to make my arena, my towers, a little bit different than everybody else's. So the reason I went super aggressive there is because, hey, he did too, so I figured I would go aggressive in the right lane because he was going aggressive in the left lane. That way he wouldn't be able to support his push. So here we go. I'm going to clog up the lane again with the Giant Skeleton. Remember, Giant Skeleton has his weaknesses. There's a reason he's not a popular meta card, but he actually does well against a variety of decks, namely Three Musketeer, but of course other decks too. And look at, he's doing a great job clogging up that lane. I'm not taking any damage to that right tower at all here, guys. I mean, he did a great job. He stopped that giant and a bowler in that right lane. Meanwhile, I'm able to get maybe, I don't know, a lot of damage. Almost 1,000 damage off that left tower. So it paid off. And I gotta be honest, it doesn't even feel like I'm doing that well this match. You know, maybe you could argue I'm not doing that well. I could have probably been doing better, but I'm still in the lead. It's crazy. And we're tied in elixir right now. So things aren't that bad. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and drop a, well, he's going to drop a bowler first. I'll just go ahead and drop a giant skeleton in the opposite lane. I mean, I have enough to stop a giant slash bowler push. I have Tombstone that I can cycle to. I have Tornado. Instead, I decide to just drop a baby dragon, and then I'm going to go hard again, I believe, in the left lane. In fact, that's what I do. I send in the miner and the balloon. I'm ready to tower trade at this point. I'm perfectly fine with it, but guess what? I don't even think I need to. The baby dragon and the tornado in the right lane do a great job. I have bats for the bowler, and look at that, guys. I'm able to take down that left tower with almost a full HP balloon still left alive, and the right tower is down to 553, and guess what? With this deck, I can actually defend this. I can play the Tombstone. He plays the log. He does have lightning. I think he's probably going to use it right now. Before his giant gets there, I opt to go ahead and tornado. I'm not going to give him my tower. There's no reason to. And it actually pays off here. So my giant skeleton dies. He has to use everything he has to get my right tower down. Arrows, lightning, everything. So I decide to go super aggressive into the right lane. I have a baby dragon. I wasted that log for absolutely no reason, but I do still get one hit and death damage with that balloon on the right tower. So I'm pretty happy about that. And here I go, or here he goes, I should say. I opt to play a Tombstone there, and I play a big fat giant skeleton to block that Inferno tower. Probably a bad play, but look at that. The bats were able to take down the Inferno dragon before he could get to my giant skeleton. So here comes the giant skelly. I'm gonna wait, because I don't want those archers to target my balloon. So I decide to wait till the archers kill the giant skeleton, then drop the balloon and the miner in the right lane. Of course, he drops furnace. I'm ready with the baby dragon. I'm talking so fast right now, I can't. Sorry. All right, so here it comes. The balloon. Is it gonna get the death damage? Yes, it is. Balloon death damage will easily take care of that right tower with 16 seconds left. Pull out the victory. Wow, that was fun. All right. I don't know why I was casting so fast there. I mean, it wasn't that action-packed for me to be like, and there's, sorry for all you people who English might not be your first language and you're watching on and you're like, oh my god, I can't understand a word he says. Sorry guys, I apologize. Go a little bit slower this time. Alright, so here we go against Supercell. He plays like a funky hog mirror deck. I'm not going to show that replay because it was a 3-0, and honestly, it was a pretty quick victory. The next one was against a funky, we'll watch this in double speed because this is another funky deck. It's early in the Grand Challenge, okay? Let's be honest. Let's not lie here. It's not my 11th and 12th win. I'm no surgical goblin, but I will let you guys know how I do in this Grand Challenge when it's all over. Anyway, I go ahead. I'm going to go double speed here. I send in the balloon right lane. Again, I connect early there, and I'm just going to go ahead and play with this golem here. Did that come out right? I don't know. Anyway, Tombstone's going to take care of the golem. I'm going to pull them together there with the tornado. That way, I don't have to worry about the death damage hitting my tower. I was able to really avoid almost any damage to that left tower there with a witch and a golem coming down the lane. That's how strong this deck is defensively. It's a great deck. It's really fun. I mean, it's a fun deck, and it's good too. In a fun and good deck, sign me up for that. Again, I make contact. 2 hits with the balloon on the left tower. I said I was going to fast forward this one because, hey guys, let's face it, this was easy. He has a hog, elite barbarian, Valkyrie golem deck. Yeah, this is the second match in a Grand Challenge, Ash. But anyway, just wanted to show you how the deck works. I played a Tombstone Bats here, easy. Don't even need to do anything else to defend against the elite barbarian spammed at the bridge. Log's gonna take down the left tower. Now I finally have the placement right of my tornado plus Tombstone to get that hog, prevent that hog from doing any damage to my right tower. Here with 15 seconds left, I'm gonna ignore that golem. Instead, I'll go hard for the 3 crown. Don't get it done, just a few more seconds I needed there. But anyway, fun. All right. Last replay here. Now this one, a little bit more of a traditional deck and a lot better of a player. Let's see how I do. Again, still learning this deck. I know you guys will have a lot more success than I do with it. A lot of you guys who are much better than me. So I appreciate you watching, even though you're better than me. It means a lot, guys. But let's be honest, you probably watch for the pros most of the time anyway. Anyway, here we go. I send in the miner, opposite side, try to kind of juke out my opponent there, get a little bit of damage off that elixir pump. You need to pressure and either pressure with a balloon if they pump, or hit them hard with the miner. You have to punish the pumps with this deck, just like any other deck in the game right now. Pumps are probably the most crucial card in the game in terms of reacting to your opponent. So here we go now. This time, again, I know I don't have to over-defend here. Remember, Giant Skeleton has a lot of hit points. So don't panic and like start dropping bats on top of him when you don't need them. So here we go again. I'm not used to playing Giant Skeleton. I go with Baby Dragon and Balloon. My opponent, look at his hand, guys. He has nothing here. Is he going to wait for 3 Musketeers? He has nothing to play. He can't. Instead, he's going to go ahead and go aggressive. That was a little bit too predictable a miner for yours truly to play there. I should have played the miner on the other side of the elixir collector. I do take the tower down, but we're going to tower trade right here. So this is kind of a panic move on my part here. I should have, or was it now? No. We're not going to tower trade yet. Okay, yes we are. Yes, we are. So I should have played the Giant Skeleton, and what that would have done is it would have mitigated some of the damage here, but instead, I decided to try to counter on the cheap, and now he's able to bridge spam the heck out of me. See, guys? He dropped the Bandit, he dropped the Goblins, he dropped the Battle Ram. If I had just taken some damage initially on that Battle Ram, sure, I would have taken 700 or so damage on my tower, but the Giant Skeleton would have been able to shut down everything in that lane. So where did I go wrong in this match? I played way too, I didn't want to spend the 6 on the Giant Skeleton, but I should have. I should have just taken that damage, and then I would have shut down the lane, and he wouldn't have gotten any more damage. Wouldn't have gotten my right tower. I would not even be where I am right now. So here, I didn't have, just missed that Bandit there. She charged onto my tower. That's going to be a reoccurring theme here as we go into the last minute, into overtime. So here we go. I have Baby Dragon against his Ice Golem. What am I going to do? I'm going to send in the Miner. I'm going to send in the Giant Skeleton. I want him to have to play a little bit more defense here. At this point, I kind of realize he has 3 Musketeers. I think this is the first time I actually saw them, but I know the Giant Skeleton will do a great job against the 3 Musketeers. A little bit late. Did you see how late I was? A split second late. That's my age showing there. My reaction time just isn't what it used to be back when I was playing Nintendo Super Mario Bros. Classic back in 1990. Anyway, here we go. This time the giant skeleton does a good job. I didn't even think I needed that tornado. This time I over-defend, kind of a panic move there, and again he makes contact with the bandit. Luckily that giant skeleton's giant bomb killed the bandit. So what am I gonna do here, guys? He's playing Three Musketeers, not worried about Three Musketeers. I'm just gonna play my giant skeleton when they get to the bridge, and he'll stop everything in their tracks. Here comes giant skeleton, doesn't matter. I'm gonna log. I want to kill that battle ram while he's in range of my giant skeleton, and that works. Look at this giant skeleton bomb. That is some good giant skeleton value there. Takes down everything. I do have one musketeer on my king tower. Want to remain aware of that, but I know if I just go with a baby dragon in the pocket, maybe I can pull this off. And guess what, guys? It does end up happening. He makes contact with a bandit. Doesn't matter. Too late. Finished it off. Wow, this is a fun... Did I mention this is a fun deck, guys? I think it's a really fun deck. I behoove you guys to go ahead and try it and see if you have success with it too. Guys, you're always requesting off-meta decks and you're requesting seeing my gameplay. Cringe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Had a pleasure bringing it to you. And again, huge shout out to Lion. Again, really good guy. Look forward to bringing him on the channel as well. So guys, that's going to do it for today. Huge shout out to you, to my YouTube partner, Bren Chong. Check out his information in the description below. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.